and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm working on Beauty in Simplicity. I was trying to remember the name of it then. So this is the painting that I kit up yesterday. I did get a couple of colours done last night, but I didn't really get a lot done. It's warm here in the UK. And there are times when you sat there for quite a bit and you're just like, yeah, nah, it's not happening. So I did take off all three of the sort of bottom row, the cover paper sheets, because while I did just a little bit, I could still put these back on and them stick even though it's on my easel. If I'd have got much further, then I would have carried on until the point that I'd finished. Tends to be the way I work. So I thought we'll just continue. You may see some washi tape stuck underneath. I do actually have a mini painting attached to my light pad underneath. Because it's the summer in the UK now, I feel that I just don't use the light pad. It tends to stay light until sometimes getting close till 10 o'clock, though it does dim at about 9, but I find that I'm not often diamond painting past that point anyway. So I thought, let's just continue. Let's see how far we get. I will either end up finishing the section, or I'll run out of questions, or the video will just get too long, and we'll just take it as it comes. We'll just go with the flow and see what happens. So let me get the full section in. I am using the standard pink stock tray today with a standard pink pen with a metal tip added. I thought, let's go all pink. And I'm currently working on going up in a line, so I'm doing the number that comes next, and then I'll sort of start going across as well. So I'm on the letter P. Who knows what colour that is? If you saw my kitting up, this is one of the few paintings that I have with no DMC numbers. But the app decided which one to do, and I wanted to get started at least on this and get going, because I will be kitting up a new large painting soon. My flamingos is finished. The de-kitting is coming this next week. It's scheduled for this next week, and I'm determined to get the de-kitting video done, which I've scheduled it for sooner than the kitting up of the next large painting. But I don't know what it is at the moment. I am loving doing the large paintings over these small ones, and I think I go through phases, because I know I've had phases where I've really enjoyed doing the 30 by 40 paintings, and I seem to have had a few days doing a large painting, and then I tend to do a 30 by 40 before I go back to the large painting. It especially happened with Minions, and I think it may have been the size of that. It definitely wasn't the painting itself, because I did enjoy the actual process of diamond painting, but I think because of the size of it, I felt like it just wasn't getting completed quick enough. So I'd do a 30 by 40 so it could be finished, and then I'd go back to it for a little bit. But at the minute, I'm actually really keen to do a large painting. I'm also keen to finish a large painting so that I can then kit up another large painting. I think the large paintings in my stash at the minute, or a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of the large paintings in my stash, I'm really excited to do. And I think that's what also helps me, you know, keep going on a large painting and get it done, is the fact that I get to kit up another one, and it might be one of the ones I'm really excited to do. The decision wheel makes the decision for me, which I still enjoy doing, and I still think it should, because it gives a fighting chance to some of my older paintings. But yeah, I do kind of get excited when it gets to kit up time, thinking, oh, maybe it will pick a nice one, or one of the ones that I'm a little bit excited to do. We'll see. But yeah, Flamingos is finished. I did actually try some multi-placers on Flamingo. I used a 2-placer and a 3-placer with glue dots. So I did it differently. I took the glue dot off the backing sheet and rolled it into like a mini sausage in my fingers. And I put one in the 2-placer and 2 of them in the 3-placer, and it seemed to work. I think the reason I enjoyed it on Flamingo is there was a big section, and I'll probably show it when I do the de-kitting, but there was a big section that had, I only used it late on in the Flamingos, so it was up near the turquoise at the top. It had a lot that was 2 and 3 blocks, but they were sort of different ways, and I felt like it was a little mini jigsaw. And somebody did comment about how they like using multi-placers because they like doing the jigsaw effect, and that's the first time I've ever really thought that multi-placers might be a bit more fun for me. I don't see it as a way to get through a painting quicker, but I do like the fun element of putting the pieces together to get it finished. So I had a bit of fun with that. It did get some of the black done quickly. I've only used it on rounds though. I've not used a multi-placer on squares yet. I can be extremely fussy on how my squares sit. So we'll see whether I end up using it with squares. Maybe I will just keep using it with rounds for now. Who knows? We'll have to see what my next large painting is. If it's a square painting, then maybe I will give it a go. I just put a 2-placer and a 3-placer in each end of one of the silver pens from our shop, and then also had a diamond painting pen with a normal tip in it to use alongside it. And I did all the multi-placing that I could see first, and then I went in and filled in the single. So I think it really depends as well on how scattered it is. Yeah, the Flamingo was the ideal one to sort of try it because it was 2 or 3 colours in a big area but very scattered, so it was nice to do the multi-placing. I think if I was working with a section with a lot more colours, a bit like this, there's a lot more dotted all over the place, I might get a bit more lost because I was doing the multi-placer and then I was having to go back and look for the single symbols again for the single placer. But who knows? I'm going to experiment a little bit more with multi-placers. But definitely while I am WIP and chatting at the moment, we shall stick with single placing, so there's actually a hope of me being able to read questions and diamond paint at the same time. So yeah, I think that's my update so far. We are due some extremely hot days, Monday, Tuesday of this week. So I am trying to make sure that that all videos are done and scheduled for those days, because I will be avoiding filming. I'll be avoiding doing a lot of things. I'm even going to try and make sure that orders are packed Sunday night when it's cooler, before it gets hot up here, even though we are in the northwest, which is normally a colder part of the country. Nah, it's still supposed to hit about 37 degrees up here. So we will be hunkering down in front of the air conditioning unit, possibly even in our bedroom, because it's the coolest room in the house bar the kitchen, and you can't sit comfy in the kitchen. So yeah, we're in for fun this weekend. Us Brits can't cope with the heat. Our houses aren't built for warm weather, they're built for cold weather, and even some of our shops aren't built for warm weather, or even our office environments, like the air conditioning unit is not built for degrees that hot. So I think me and Luna will be hunkering down inside in the air conditioning and wading it out. So yeah, comments, questions, all the rest of it from last week's video. So we start off with Irene. She says, this might be a mini painting. So just to confirm, I did the mini museum edition of the Mona Lisa, was last weekend's painting. She said it might be a mini painting, but it's still lovely. She says, thank you for sharing. Yeah, it was nice to get those finished off. In fact, my story or my display book for my mini paintings is due today from Amazon. So I'll be doing a video on that. Thank you to Jackie, and I think it was Lady Dax also commented on YouTube about them, and Jackie posted in the group about using an A5 display book for the mini paintings. So I may have ordered a couple so that I can pop all my mini paintings in there that aren't in frames. So stay tuned for that video coming as well. I can't wait to get those organised. In addition, I have also ordered some a case for my nails, or my nail goodies, because I'm now doing my nails at home. But that's by the by. There's not going to be a video on that. That's just to try and keep all the stuff together in one place so that I can pop it away. I'm getting better with my nails. They're still not perfect. They're better on my left hand than they are on my right hand, because I'm right-handed. However, it's the left hand, or the right hand, sorry, that you see more of. But I'm getting there. Bit by bit, I'm getting there. I thought that was it for these diamonds then. I've just tipped out a load and I thought I only had like 4. If I'd have realised. Right, I think I'm done. And then I was thinking, do I go across the bottom and fill in these? Or do I keep coming in from the side? And actually, they both match. So we'll carry on picking the leather from the side. So this is the bottom of the plant pots on this one. So I want Z. 2010149 Iffy, who I think she said her name was Sue. I'm so bad with names. She said she has a bit of praise for Paint Gem. She said the tracking for her latest order has never updated from parcel information received. So she contacted Paint Gem today, and they replied within a few hours saying they'll contact the couriers and get back to them when they have a reply. She says that's good customer service, isn't it? Yes. You know, getting a reply that they're going to look into it is good. Sometimes these things can take a little bit, especially when some bigger companies don't get back to you quicker. It can be very frustrating. I know when we have to chase something, it can be very frustrating waiting for a reply from them so that we can reply. They're never quite as quick as we want them to be. But yeah, hopefully everything has been found or even reached you by now, because this comment was left 5 days ago. So hopefully they've got to you. I actually completed about 4 or 5 of my mini paintings the other day because I finished the flamingos and I hadn't kitted up this one. So I actually only had the mini paintings done, and I found that I had a few hours that I could get some paintings done. So I actually completed about 4, I think. Considering these are supposed to be lasting me a little bit longer, I don't know whether they will be. I'm just too eager because I just love doing them. It's like satisfaction. It's completed so quickly. So quickly, but not so quickly. Like it's a good hour. Hour and a half sometimes on some of the bigger ones. Cat Lady, she says 29 degrees. She says up here in South Yorkshire. Yeah, I bet you're getting hotter on Monday as well. She said, so they took themselves out to the coast again. She said it was a beautiful day for young kids at the beach. The sea looked tempting, she said, but they kept to wandering the beach, and they got back in time to catch up on your earlier video. And now she's diamond painting on a 40 by 60 that she started last week. She said, nice to have company. She says, by the way, she is using a glue dot in a plastic pen for this painting, and she says it's working fine. Awesome. Yeah, our family went to, or quite a few members of the family, not all, went to Southport Air Show last weekend. Turns out there is quite a few of them that are red in various places. So some it was due to lack of any sun cream, and some it was just due to misplacement of sunscreen. So one of my daughters has a red band at the top of her forehead and just above her eyebrows where the sun cream was missed. But yeah, it's dying down a little bit now. It's definitely looking better for them. But yeah, the joys of the British summer, and remembering that there's still, sun cream is needed. It has been slathered on every day since though. So lesson learned. Lesson learned. Steps have been taken to correct the error and to not get burned anymore. Darcy says, thank you for the info on Paint Gem. She says she'll give it a try next month. So that is being able to pay without having a PayPal account. It's not front and centre. It does tend to be a little bit hidden, and that's PayPal hiding it a little bit. I think they want you to have an account, but you can just pay on card via PayPal if you don't have an account. It is possible. It's just hidden. Right, didn't actually need too many of those. I don't think I need many letter T's either. Oh, I need a few around here. So let's do that one. Darcy also says, she has just measured her new easel and found that it is 50 centimetres by 75 centimetres. She says it makes her A3 light pad look small. Oh, I tell you, I've been hunting today, and this is what will be coming from Amazon, I think, tomorrow. I've been hunting for some sort of case to put all my gel nail supplies in. And I know it's not the same as an easel and a light pad, but I ended up having to pull a ruler out and actually pay attention to the measurements, because I want to make sure that I can get some of the bottles of solution in the case but stood upright. But I also need to make sure that, the light that sets the nail polish will also fit in it. I want everything to fit in one case. And a lot of the cases that you can buy for them are for people that do nails professionally, which one is not me. But, it's for them to have multiple different colours of nail polish in to carry that around. Well, at the minute I have 4 that came with my kits, and I'm more than happy with, well, I'm happy with all of those colours, but at the minute I primarily use one, maybe two of them. Mainly just using the one. It's a lot easier for continuity between videos, and you know, I'm doing it just because it makes my nails look nice and not because I want to go through every colour. So trying to find a bag that will work for all the stuff, but I don't need to store 50 bottles of nail polish, was entertaining. But I think I've found one. We'll find out when it arrives tomorrow, and I try and fit everything in. And if it doesn't fit in, then I'll probably be very, very disappointed. But I'm thinking it will. I'm thinking it has got enough space to hold everything in the right place. But we shall see. Oh, I actually missed a W. Oh, I nearly missed a letter B as well. Let me get that one in. I've actually managed to miss one of the big W ones. So let's get that in. And in turn, because the way this painting is, I've actually managed to get all the edges all the way round once I put this W in, which I thought was 310. But when I had it out, when I started doing it yesterday, because it was still light, it is actually, looks like it's 939, not 310. So I don't know that I have any 310 in this painting, because that one's a dark green. So I've got a dark painting with no 310, so I'll take it. Oh look, I've missed a letter P as well. That's the only thing sometimes when these are very confetti, because P was the first one I did. Right, let's go in from this side. I might regret it. Let's do letter V. I've got a lot of that everywhere. So let's tip a chunk and get through some of these comments. I like this next one. So, Jess Diamond Paints. She has straight up said, guilty. She says, my name is Jessica and I'm a serial kitter-upper. Kitter-upper, she said. She places an asterisk at the beginning of the painting title in Gems Flow once she has kitted it up. She also logs the date and what type of storage she used in the notes section, she says, for that painting. She says she's embarrassed to admit that she currently has 45 paintings kitted up and ready to go in her received not started category. Yikes. That is epic. She says, needless to say, she is swimming in storage and she can't seem to avoid purchasing more storage when she sees a deal. Well, I'm not surprised, because by the sounds of it, you use your storage to store your not yet done paintings. Jackie replied, OMG, Jess, and I thought I was bad, she said, with 9 kitted up. Jess has replied saying, see, she's not bad. Now feel free to continue to kit up all that you want. So anybody that feels that they want to kit up more, but don't want to be seen as kitting up too much, 45 is now the new limit. You can get to 45 and be just like Jess, completely normal. So if you feel like kitting up in this warm weather, then you kit up, because you probably won't be the only one. If Jess finds a deal on storage, she might be kitting up more. Jo says she also diamond paints. She says while she's waiting for launch time for the shop, she says, which is 5 a.m. her local time. Ooh. She says she's almost at 25% she's almost at 25% completion, and she said she started last Friday. She said she forgot how fast rounds go since her last few projects were squares. There is that benefit with the flamingos painting, because it was round, it definitely went faster. And I think this 30 by 40 will potentially get done rather quick because it's rounds. Also, because I think I'm going to try and get most of it done before I start on whatever the next large painting is. I guess it depends. Once I've kitted up the large painting, I might be happy going slow. Depends which one it picks for me. She says your story about Luna, she said, and sneezing made me laugh. She says because our dog Snickers often sneezes to our faces, and when we do it, she is next to you and she looks at you like it was the greatest offence. Yeah, Luna is straight there if you sneeze. It works better than telling her to come. So she doesn't necessarily follow the command when we want her to, but if we sneeze, she's there. She's there, paws up, normally with claws, trying to see what it is that caused that dramatic sound. The other thing with her at the moment is I never realised how many feathers we end up with in our garden. And I'm not talking big feathers. Sometimes it is very, very tiny white feathers, but Luna will find every single one. Sometimes she just gives it the stare down and creeps up to it trying to sniff it. I'm sure she thinks it's an actual bird. Sometimes she'll bark at it. The other day she did actually hit one, like swat at one like a fly with her paw, trying to determine exactly what this feather was doing in her garden. She was quite offended. Kay said she was sad to see the lime green tray sell out. She said she had a family day on launch day and she unfortunately missed it. She said it was a gorgeous colour though, so she's not surprised that they all went quickly. Yeah, it really, really can vary on launch day as to how quick some of them go. We try to go through mainly requested colours because, of course, people are waiting for them. But we also try and throw in some different colours that people may not have known they needed at times as well. And yeah, the green tray just went really, really well. The bigger tray always seems to go well, though there are a lot of people that use the zesty tray. The big tray always seems to go first. But yeah, it didn't last long, the lime green one this time. In fact, the black's gone as well now. They're both all gone, so you'll have to wait and see what next month brings. I'm quite looking forward to, well, the next few months ones. We've got quite a few nice colours lined up. And hopefully, you know, it may well be that lime green comes back around again at some point, because we never say never to doing it a second time. It's just making sure that we have the variety rather than bringing out the same colour the following month. Lady Dax, she says yes. She says P Jelly now has her own little stash. She said, and she has popped a picture in the group of her setup for starting Jack Sparrow tomorrow. She says she's not sure if she's excited about that prospect of watching them operate on her hand. Not sure if she's excited about that, i.e. starting Jack Sparrow, or about the process of watching them operate on her hand. Is she looking forward to watching them Oh no, I'd be knock me out cold, thanks. If you can't knock me out cold, give me something to look at when I'm looking the other way. Ooh, no. She says, you mentioned the green sparkle pen. She said she would love to see a red version of that one. I'll have a look with our pen supplier, see if we can find a red sparkle for you. She says, an Advent surprise sounds wonderful. She says she doesn't like to wish her life away, but she's so looking forward to December now. Yes, we are looking forward to December as well. Final plans have been put in place, verified. Tick list has been done for at least one item, maybe two, that we are hoping to bring out near the December Advent. Not just for the December Advent, but for that month that we tend to launch a bit more than we do any other. We have a few different things in the works, and hopefully we'll be able to box off a lot more of it when Megan breaks up from school. For the summer holidays, which for her last day is next Tuesday. Then she has a day where she is getting her hair and nails done. You know, get those priorities, get all set up, ready for a good summer holidays. And we will be getting, hopefully, some more things, more new and exciting things finalised, organised and ready to rock and roll. And we'll start letting you all know about them as soon as we can. Amy said her son calls me Becca now. She says she's used this video, she says, for 2 nights for her son to get to sleep. Oh, I like the fact he calls me Becca. I don't mind being called Becca. I've been called Beck most of the time, or a lot of the time. Either Rebecca or Beck tends to be the one, but occasionally Becca. As long as it's not Becky, I'm happy. It's the Becky that I'm not as keen on. I don't know why, but I'm not. Kay says, thank you so much. She said she appreciates the advice on the sealer question. Oh, I think that was the last question that I managed to sneak in on last week's video. It's the last question that was there before I'd finished the painting. So I'm glad I managed to squeeze that one in. We'll see how many I get to squeeze in today. But yeah, I'm just going, at the moment, I am going on the basis of a WIP Chat. I will be answering comments from my previous WIP Chat, whenever that video was. And I will get through as many as I can. Slash them all, depending on how the WIP Chat goes. And then it will be any comments on that WIP Chat that will get answered on the next one. Anything that comes in a few weeks later, I'll just reply to directly. It means I have at least one day where my YouTube comments are clear. Depending on when the next WIP Chat gets uploaded. Kathy, she said she's just started a diamond art painting, and she says she's short about 50. She says she needs about 50 in square. She says it's for a wedding picture that she's doing for next week. She says, how do I go about finding how to get them? She says it's an Eiffel Tower. She says, but where can I get them? You can, depending on the supplier, depending on who you've got the painting from, you can contact the supplier to send you out some more. If postage of that is potentially going to be too slow, or you don't need a huge amount, where if it is only about 50 diamonds, then your best option and probably your quickest option is to go to on Facebook. There will be like a Got Diamonds and then your country. So the one in the UK is Got Diamonds UK. Have a look for Got Diamonds and then your country, and ask somebody on there if they have any that they are willing to send you. And then it can just get posted within your own country, and that will probably be the quickest way for you to get them. Unless you know a friend who diamond paints and has them, and then you could possibly get them quicker. There are some sites that sell diamonds, but with not knowing what country you're in, I can't let you know which one would be the quickest for you. The Crafty Diamond says, I love my WIP and waffles. Tammy says she has kitted up 20 of hers. Oh, so you can do a few more as well, Tammy, without hitting the new limit set by Jess of 45 to 50 being kitted up. Only Merlin, she says she's so excited to hear that her suggestion of a mini tray cover minder trash drill tray might come to fruition. She says thank you for sharing your time and videos with us. You're welcome. Hubby actually was rather excited about the idea of having a mess with one. So it might take a couple of weeks just because of some projects that we've got going on and things like that, and stock levels that we need. Trays have been very popular recently, so I do need to ensure that stock is met. Orders are met first and foremost. But once that's done, hopefully we can start getting in some prototypes and get things tested and see if we can't get ourselves a mini tray. It probably won't be able to have the lines on. By the time we've shrunk it small, it'll probably mix together. But we can see how we can go. It's very, very weird colours in some of these pots. But I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to trust the process until it's finished. But some of these colours, especially in this far pot, look rather different. I'll have to see how this one turns out when it's finished. Susan, she said, thanks for keeping me company for this last museum WIP and waffle. She says that was a lot of fun. She said you're amazing. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, I do really enjoy doing the WIP and waffles, to be fair. I like the fact that I'm getting, some diamond painting in there as well. Otherwise, a lot of my videos, oh look, I've missed one. Oh, I'm on a roll with missing ones in this one this time. I think I might have already done J as well. Oh no, maybe not. There is a couple. I've either missed quite a few or... Okay, I think I'm done with L. I've definitely missed that I though. So I might do I and J, because J, by the looks of it, I have 3. So I can just dip into the pot and get those finished. Right, so there's the I. Let's do the J as well. And then that's all those lighter ones done. Because one of them is all the way over there. Okay. I keep having a look. I've only got 2 letter A's as well. And sometimes when I've only got a couple, part of me wants to eliminate them and just dip into the pot so that they can be done and gone. I've got 1 letter C as well, and I think I've done C already. So that's possibly another one that I've missed. Oh no, because there's 2 of them. Maybe I did miss it. Maybe I missed 2. Maybe I didn't. Okay, normal surface to resume. Let's tip some diamonds in and go for H and try not to miss any. I have one on its own over here. So let's get these single ones. And then once I've done this bit, I can always scan back over to check whether I've missed any more. See if that'll help me. Julia, she says, hallelujah. She says she made it through them all right along with you. She said, amazing fun. She says, looking forward to more time. She said, hugs from Utah. So you've listened to 30 WIP and Waffles along with my 30 mini paintings. Sorry, not 30, 32 it ended up being. 32 WIP and Waffles with mini paintings. June definitely flew by. It really did. I can't believe that we're in July already. It seems to be going rather fast. This whole year is going rather fast. Okay. Done with that one. Okay, the letter U now. I've got quite a lot of them all the way across. They're in every plant pot. So let's tip a good chunk out. I've only got about 3 or 4 more letters. Anna, she said, great job. She says she has to say though, she said Mona's face looks a little bit weird. She said once she's finished. She seems to have eyes but no mouth or nose. Yeah, there is definitely on the smaller ones, especially ones that are trying to be something else. So, I mean, I suppose they're all trying to be something else. But the ones that, you know, have come from an image, so the mini painting ones that have come, of course, are copies of a full-size picture or painting. You definitely do seem to lose a bit with the minis. I think they've done extremely well for the size they've been shrunk down to. But they definitely do lose some clarity. I think with the ones that in effect haven't come from an image that we can find, but have been designed to portray something. So the cocktail glasses, the houseplants, the flowers, even the space, you know, they've been made as an image to showcase something. I think all of those mini paintings, even the national parks ones, they're not trying to be a specific picture. They're just trying to be a portrayal of the item or the place. I think they've come out even better. Absolutely fantastic. But I'm quite happy with my little miniature pieces of art. I think from a distance, they definitely look like the pieces they're supposed to, which is good. Cross stitch and tat. She said she did put a PS giving a full name as in cross stitch and tat, because her username is XSTCH for stitch, cross stitch, and then the letter N and then tat. She says they were her main hobbies before diamond painting. She says, but you can call me Rachel. So hi Rachel. She said she has been binge watching / listening to my channel from the start of my diamond painting journey. She says while doing some of her paintings. She said her brother-in-law is building her a craft room and they have to finish the drywall, paint and tile left to go. Oh, amazing. She says she's ordered Mother Earth from Diamond Art Club after watching mine. She says, and she was able to order a purple zest tray from you last week. She says, thanks for keeping me company while I diamond paint. You are more than welcome, Rachel. Mother Earth was an amazing painting. It may have made me have a look when I ordered from Diamond Art Club, of which I've showcased 1 so far out of 6. Megan and I may have taken advantage of 6 for the price of 4. Oops. And ordered a few. I did have Mother Earth in mind when looking for a painting that I would like to do. Had quite a few different ones actually, that some of them made it to the cart and then got kicked out in favour of something else. We were quite happily searching through for, I'd say, maybe an hour or so between us. We'd keep taking it in turns in adding to the basket ones we like and then discussing whether they were good ones to get and whether they were different enough to things we've already got. And yeah, we ended up spending about an hour picking some, but I did keep Mother Earth in mind and the colours in it when looking at another painting to pick up alongside some others. And yeah, I'm very happy with my choices. Hopefully you guys will like them as well when you see them unboxed over the next few weeks. And we'll see when they get picked by the decision app. None of them will have made it to my decision wheel yet. My decision wheel is only updated once my logbook is updated. So they won't go into, some of them won't go into my decision wheel until August. But I find that gives some of my older paintings a bit more of a fighting chance of getting completed. But I have now increased my stash of large paintings to a ridiculous amount. Nicola says she has a decision wheel for each type of storage that she uses. She says she then has a separate decision wheel for which diamond painting to do that she already has kitted up. Oh, so you choose your storage via a decision wheel as well as your painting. That's a different idea. I mean, I could see, I suppose, if you did just large paintings, or if I did just large paintings and had storage to match that, I could possibly see it working. I've got so many different types of storage though, from these small container pots to big cases. Yeah, I don't know if I could let the decision wheel pick my storage. Not unless it was already a kitted up one and therefore it chose which painting I was doing that way. Kerry says she has 5 paintings kitted up. And as soon as she's finished one, she says she de-kits and kits up another. She says not sure which one she will do when. So her storage holds diamonds all the time, by the sounds of it. It will always have diamonds in because you'll just keep kitting up and kitting up and kitting up. Claire, she says she likes this term WIP and Waffle. She says she's not sure what it means exactly. So waffle is a phrase that's used in the UK at least. And it's basically talking. It's a lot of talking, but it's sometimes, going off topic, sometimes talking about a topic for too long. And basically waffling on. So it's there is somebody did say what the term was in the US, and it made sense because it was a word that we do use in the UK as well. and I've completely forgotten what it is. But basically it's just a lot of chatting about random things, sometimes going on about a topic for far too long, sometimes going off topic, just doing a lot of talking is what waffling is. I am just waffling along to a lot. Yeah. Craft therapy with Amanda. She said that I made her laugh when I said everybody would look at their phone if I dropped a diamond, she said, and it did make her look up. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't necessarily look at the screen while they're watching my videos. They're just, they're diamond painting or doing whatever other, maybe a mundane household task, and I'm there to keep them company, and that's perfectly fine. That works for me as much as it does for you guys. But yeah, I do know that if anything dramatic happens, it will probably make people's eyes look at their screen just to see exactly what it is I have done. So I will try and make sure that, of course, I do vocalise any time that I happen to make a royal mess of something or I drop something, where the video is highly entertaining for you to look at the screen. I will do my best to make sure that I vocalise that. And you guys can see, mistakes as they happen, because I'm not going to edit all that sort of stuff out. It is extremely, extremely rare. I can only remember probably 1 or 2 times that I may have edited something out of a video. I can't even remember what they are, if anything. Like, I don't even remember if I have done it once or twice. I seem to remember something once where I think I had a bit of a section within a waffle, a very, very old waffle, where there may have been some sort of topic in the news at the time, and I think I may have mentioned it and then ended up waffling a little bit and basically just discussing it too much. And I think afterwards I was like, nah, this isn't the place for opinions on political stuff. It's one thing to make a passing comment about something that's affecting the world globally, like COVID-19, for example. There may have been passing mentions of that, but that's not what this channel's about. It's not about discussing what other people or what things happen around the world. There's enough places you can go to discuss that if you want to. I'm not getting into what my view is, what your view is, which is right, which is wrong. Not here. We're here to chill. We're here to diamond paint. But yeah, I'll make sure that any muck up that I make, I will try and point out. Nancy, she says, thank you, Rebecca. She says she's currently working on the museum mini set, and she said she is enjoying it as well. She too likes the tray cover minder / trash drill tray idea. Fingers crossed, she said, that you can make it work. She says, love all your videos. Yeah, we're going to have a look into it. I don't think it's something that is going to be able to have like a stopper, so it will just be a tray with a solid end. I think by the time it goes so small, it will hold some rubbish drills for you while you're diamond painting, but then you'll just need to throw it in the bin to empty it. But who knows? We're gonna have a mess at some point. Oh, and I'm actually at the last comment. So Lou's Dotty Diamonds, she also said, she says, OMG, she said, would be so amazing to have a matching cover minder tray. She says she loves this idea. Definitely seems to be a popular one. Also seems to be one that we can potentially put into action as well. You know, some ideas for various reasons we're not able to do. but I think a smaller tray is something we can potentially do. It's definitely got the scope to potentially be able to do it. We'll have to see how busy the printers are and how long they take to print and all that sort of stuff, but we can definitely try. Right, I only have the letter K left to do. So I have gone through all the comments. I have got a couple of other comments that have come through, in fact, in today, as I'm doing this WIP and Waffle, that have come through on other videos. Because just before I did this video, I did, go through making sure that I did reply to comments. I'm also trying to think if I've got any other sort of little things that is worth a chitty chat about while I finish this letter K. Nothing's springing to mind. Nancy Smith has commented on my completed video for my special diamond paintings, because I did about 6 or 7 of them while when I had COVID and wasn't up for getting another video up, but I did want to do some paintings. I dove into my special diamond paintings, of which I depleted about half of them. She said she has yet to organise her special drills and her AB diamonds. She said that the video that I put up has helped her to figure out what to do with them. So my special diamonds, I don't sort of store those to the same level as my DMC drills, because it's hardly ever that I need to actually access the rhinestones and the special diamonds. It's very rare that I need to go into those, pull anything out. I'm not likely to do a cross stitch pattern with those, so I don't need to store them in that way. They very rarely come with DMC numbers. They do occasionally, but nowhere near the same amount of time as diamond paintings do. So my special drills are actually stored in a sort of photo box that's about half the size of my usual photo boxes. I actually picked it up in Michael's in New York, or was it Staples in New York? Staples in New York, I think I picked it up from, because it was cute, was the reason I picked it up. It became my special diamond storage later on. It was picked up because it was rather cute. But any sort of small box can in effect be converted into spare storage. It really, it's a matter of, I suppose, measuring it, or having a little bit of a mess about with the size of the little bags that you use to store your diamonds in, or maybe if you've already got the cardstock for it, have a little bit of a mess. If they don't fit going lengthways in 3 rows like mine does, turn the photo box around and maybe you can have 4 or 5 rows and it can go the other way. Just have a little bit of a mess about to see what fits, not too snug but not with too many gaps, that'll get you the most advantage use of the space. And yeah, you could even try using an old shoebox, or you can go for a really, really pretty box, whichever works. There are many different types of storage boxes out there that people use, and a lot depends on what you can get your hands on, because you can't always get your hands on the boxes that I use. Oh, we've got another comment as well. This is not on the WIP and Chat. This is actually on the unboxing of Polar Express. So from Diamond Art Club, I did unbox the Polar Express. There was a lot of comments saying that the new paintings do come with the new toolkits. I think the reason when I unboxed it that I said I wasn't sure was I have noticed on the Diamond Art Club Facebook group that a lot of people have mentioned getting a new kit that's launched that week and not getting a new toolkit. And then I think the answer has been that they're working through them. So whether they've now got to the point that all new ones will have the new kit, I'm not sure. I think a lot of it will depend on when they get stock in. Because sometimes we can get stock in quite a bit earlier than it goes live. And sometimes it comes in and it goes live pretty much straight away. So it really can depend on how they're working their warehouse / their designs and getting them to their supplier and all that sort of stuff. There'll be a load of logistic stuff. But Amanda did say, she said she loves the Polar Express. She loves the ABs. She has got a painting called Sneaky Cat with 3 ABs in it. She said she doesn't have room to do it yet, but maybe one day she will. Hopefully I'll be doing all my big ones on this easel, just the same way as I'm doing this 30 by 40. I just tend to scoot it over. So I'll scoot my light pad over a little bit, just to make my easel a little bit bigger, or you can put a piece of card or something on your easel to make it bigger. But I always work on this easel, no matter what size painting I'm doing. But there we go. I have, oh, it doesn't look so bad from a distance. I do have the bottom row of my plant pots. So I will carry on with this, weather permitting, weather allowing, due to the heat. I'll carry on with this throughout the week, and I will speak to you all again soon.